I just spent the last 15 minutes looking over the book, and I have to admit, I'm a pretty cynical person. I was not able to have a cynical view of this book. It is lovely.
Thank you.
It is beautiful, and I had forgotten how wonderful of an artist you are.
Oh, thank you. Yes, the bit I never seem to mention to people is the fact that it's full of my art. But, you know, my art was really very much how I got into this place in the first place, because I was going through a terrible divorce about 17 years ago. I lost all my money, my homes, everything, my self-esteem. And I took my mom's advice, and I gave back at a charity. And in return, an artist gave me some free art lessons, and then the next thing I knew, I was painting, designing, and I had this whole new life, quite apart from my acting, and something that I absolutely adore, and it really healed me. So really, what I did with this book is I put a lot of my art in here, and then I got some absolutely beautiful quotes and pieces of poetry and writings from everyone from the Bible to Kennedy to Martin Luther King to people I met on the internet to my husband, things that you know, friends have written, and I really wanted to speak to men and women and people of all ages about what it means to live with an open heart. So, you know, yes, it's great as a great Valentine's gift, but as you can tell from reading it, it's something that is way beyond Valentine's. It's, you know, for someone who's in the hospital, someone who's going through chemo, somebody whose heart has just been broken, somebody who just lost someone they loved, or someone that's just going through change in life right now, which is all of us.
Yeah. When did you first draw the open heart design?
I came up with this, the one that's on my necklace here, that's at Kay and Jared's. I came up with this, gosh, about 5 years ago, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it was quite a long time ago. And I was painting hearts for Women's Heart Health Initiative. I was working with the Pistachio Council or something like that. And I came up with hearts for them, and my hearts were always open. And I realized that my mom's teaching to me about living with an open heart, which meant giving and receiving love, helping other people, living in the present moment, having an open heart so you could let go of the negative, be in the moment and allow something beautiful to come in. That was really kind of what was manifesting itself in my paintings. And then I drew the two open hearts, and I connected them, and I looked at that and I went, gosh, you know, I'd really like that. Where did that come from? And I honestly believe that that came through my mom somehow. But it's the idea is that the two hearts connect, and when you love someone with an open heart, you're able to withstand change. And of course, as you know, relationships and life changes and people's experience of life changes. So when you can connect and be open-hearted, your relationship will last forever.
It's very true, and that's I think that's one of the reasons my girlfriend and I have lasted so long, is that we're able to connect, and no matter what is going on, we're able to adapt and move on. It seems like we're stronger every day.
You know, I think that's really the message here is, and I think especially with Valentine's, if people realize, you know, that real love for someone is unconditional. That when you love, you're able to be your own person, let them be their own person, and be supportive, but you don't have to take over.
This is the wonderful view of fate. Just before I talk to you, your autobiography on the Biography Channel was on.
Oh, my goodness!
I was just watching it 15 minutes ago.
Oh, you were.
And I had forgotten you were dubbed the Queen of the miniseries.
Yes, I was. I was Queen of the miniseries there. I did so many miniseries I can't even keep count. Somebody showed me the other day how much television I'd done, and I almost gasped when I saw. But I did 32 hours of War and Remembrance, which I think I got nominated for, and East of Eden, that was about, 6 hours, and, oh gosh, Awakening Land, 7th Avenue. I can't even keep up with them all. I don't know. Lots of them. Yeah.
Is there one in particular that you wish were out on DVD right now so more people could see it?
The one that just came out, East of Eden, just came out this week. Yes, it's great.
Oh, really?
At last,
good.
because I don't know why, but even Oprah couldn't get hold of that one when she did it for her book club. But East of Eden is out. It's really good. War and Remembrance, people are now catching, and it's fantastic, especially, you know, we deal with tolerance, and when you see what happened in World War II and what's going on in the world right now, I mean, this is a lesson we all have to learn. And, of course, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, I mean, who can forget? That's just a great set, too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Is there a particular episode that fans of the show ask you about, or just come up and say, that's my favorite episode of all time?
I think everyone has a different one. I think one of my favorites is one my husband directed, James Keach, the Washita one. That was great. I thought that was an amazing episode. And I really liked the one where I gave birth and I grabbed Sully's face and, you know, when I was in the middle of having those pains. He didn't like that at all. I remember that clearly. But and then the other one I really enjoyed was when I got to ride a horse really fast. But I was in big trouble about that, too.
Well, the one that always comes to my mind, and I just remember because my mom really wanted to see it, was the one where Mr. Rogers showed up. And,
you know
played,
what? That was a very special day. You know, actually, talking about guest stars, when Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash were there, you know, they came back 3 times, and they became our lifelong friends. And because of that, they asked my husband, James, to make Walk the Line. That was our movie. That was James's movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was really, you know, one of the most exciting things that happened on Dr. Quinn, was getting to know them really well. Of course, Willie Nelson was kind of fun, too, in a different way.
Jane, this is a question that I've been asking a couple of stars for the past couple of months, international stars, and that is, who does a better job? Do American actors do a better job with, you know, British and Australian accents, or do you think British actors do a better job with American accents?
You know, I think for Americans to do an English accent is actually quite difficult because they don't get, there's a kind of a song to it. It's hard to explain. But I think, you know, great actors can do any accent. It's a matter of having an ear. It's rather like hearing a sound. It's rather like being able to sing in a way. But there are a lot of English actors and actors who can do pretty good American accents. You know, I made a living playing Americans. I never play English, almost never. And a lot of people are quite surprised when they hear me speak English. They go, "You're English?" And I go, "Yeah, I just..." But, you know, for English, it's very easy to do the Southern accent. The Southern accent comes easiest.